Hello, my dear friend Susan, my dear friend Susan. I was so blessed to meet. I'm not sure how long ago it was, 4 or 5 months, I'm not sure, 6 months. Time flies, but blessed to meet this soul. Such a loving, giving soul. But like all of us, I think sometimes forgets. There's a reason she has this. But anyways, let's not make it about her, because we all go through this. So Susan, loving and self-acceptance. Well, that's a big one for all of us. Some more than others, depending where we're at. But at some point, it's something we can't get beyond. Because you can. If you're not going to accept yourself and you're not going to love yourself, you can only go so far in your life as it relates to manifesting the life you want, being happy, even being healthy, all those kind of things. It's a must. And there's no reason you can't. It's been done. It's people that have hated themselves. When I was in my teens, I hated myself. I really hated myself. I tried to kill myself. There's a video about it if you're interested. You can go back. I did about a year ago called Thinking of Ending Your Own Life. So believe me, I hated myself. Did not accept myself, did not love myself. And I changed that in my teens and in my mid-20s and completely turned it around. And once you do make that choice, you'll never go back. I can never hate myself now. Why would I? I'm awesome. So are you. So is all of this. So self-acceptance, it's so important for so many reasons. Physically, it's important because you will get sick and you will be worn down if you're not accepting and loving yourself. And so it's a toughie because it's so personal, right? It's really, people have their own reasons for not doing so or forgetting. They do and then they forget. I've said many times, we're creatures that are prone to amnesia. We're incredible beings of immense power, but we're also struck with perpetual amnesia. But luckily we're in a place and in a reality where we get reminders from life, reminders from nature, and reminders from each other all the time, including videos and blogs and posts and movies, and etc. So you can search for these reminders, you can embrace them, you can remind yourself, you can go do the things that make you happy. Those you need to do, all those things, and they help. But ultimately it really is going to come down to a choice. And like most of us, you're going to get to the point where you're not quite ready. So you're kind of doing it and you're kind of not. You're swinging back and forth. So you're going to have days that you love life and you love yourself, and then you're going to have days where you're back to the old grind. And that's natural. That's like the butterfly struggling in the cocoon. It's got to struggle before it emerges to be a butterfly from the cocoon. So if you're struggling with it, don't beat yourself up about it. That's part of the process. But there will come a point you will be ready. And when you're ready, you'll just make the choice. And it will ultimately, for long-lasting results, to really see change, permanent change in your life, a decision will have to be made. And you'll make it when you're ready to make it. So don't get too hard on yourself about making it, but just know, yeah, a decision, when I'm ready, that decision will come. And be easy on yourself until you do. But you will come to the point where something will have to give and you'll just finally make the choice. So it's about making a choice ultimately. It really is. Because you can be happy in any moment. People have done it. Look at Nelson Mandela. He spent all those years, decades I think, in prison. Do you think he could have come out? First of all, do you think he could have survived it? Let alone come out and become president, change the world? If he didn't accept what was, didn't accept himself, and didn't love himself, no way. No way. And he had lots of reasons he could have given up. He could have totally thought that his predicament was all his fault, and he could have just gone the other way. But self-love. So it can be done, is my point to that. It can be totally done. I know, I'm proof of that, and so many are. So ultimately, it will come down to a choice. And I guess the only thing I have to say to that is, why wouldn't you? You're an amazing human being. I mean, why not accept and love yourself? I mean, how bad do you think you are? How bad do you think you are? You really think you're that terrible? You're wonderful. You're wonderful. You are wonderful. You're flawed like the rest of us. You have struggles like the rest of us. But you're an amazing being, capable of amazing love and compassion and creativity and expression. You're amazing. Why not just accept that and love yourself? So I could go on and on and on about this, but honestly, I think my videos pretty much cover this all the time. So I'll just say, choice. It'll come down to choice. And once you make the choice to just get over what it is, why keep beating yourself over silly stuff? Are you supposed to be perfect? You're not allowed to make mistakes, are you? So I'm allowed to make mistakes, and I have, but you're not allowed to. That doesn't make sense. And anybody who's struggling with these, you do forgive other people, so why wouldn't you forgive yourself? Give yourself a break. Let yourself make mistakes. Forgive yourself, learn, but most of all, just love yourself. Because you're awesome. There's only one you. There's only one you. We are all connected. We are all one. But in your specific expression, there's only one you. You are the rarest of items on the planet. You cannot be replaced. There's people that kind of are like you, kind of look like you, kind of were like you, kind of will be. But there's no one who's actually you, who thinks like you, who's experienced like you, who looks like you. All these things, there's only one you. You are the rarest thing, incredible, magical being in existence. That's the truth. That's the truth. Why wouldn't you accept and love that? You are an incredible expression of consciousness. You are an expression, a very specific, unique expression. There's only one. There's billions of us on this planet, and there's only one you. There's only one you, Susan. Anyone else struggling with this, there's only one you. That's it. You are a rare commodity. You are priceless. Cherish that. Forgive the flaws. You're supposed to be flawed. That's part of it. It's okay. Just accept and love yourself. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Why? Honestly, does anybody have a good reason for this? No. Why wouldn't you? Just know that you need to make a choice, and when you're ready, you will. And be good to yourself until you finally and it will be like a switch flipping, and you will make the choice. You'll fall back a little at first, but the choice is made, so you'll go forward, and before you know it, honestly, you'll look back and laugh. I can't even believe the things I used to think about myself and what I used to think when I looked in the mirror. It's like another person. It's like a foggy memory of somebody else's memory. That's how far removed you will become. I've been loving myself for so long. There's just no going back. There's no other way. Why would I? I'm freaking awesome. I rock. And so do you. So love yourself. So I give you permission, not that you need my permission, but I give you permission. Accept yourself and love yourself. Ooh, I was shaving and I see some nasty nicks. Anyways, sorry I'm moving quick, but I'm doing a lot of videos today. Just love yourself. It's really not that hard. It takes much more effort and struggling and stress. It really does to hate yourself. It really does. You got to spin in your mind, and you got to make up reasons, and you got to do all these things, and it's so hard and it's so unnecessary. And the easy way in life is just to accept yourself, accept things that are, work on accepting things as they are, and love yourself. And the world is easier to accept when you do accept yourself. If you can't accept yourself, you're going to have a real hard time accepting this circus, this amazing circus that's full of reflections. It's the funhouse. So to accept that, you're going to have a much easier time if you accept yourself. So love yourself and accept yourself. There's